Hi, this is your Sapil Bharti, and we're back with our yearly video prediction series. And today we have with us once again Danielle Cook, Senior Manager at Akamai. Danielle, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me again.
It's my pleasure. And of course, we are going to ask you to share your predictions. But before that, it's 2026. Just remind our viewers what is Akamai all about in the context of 2026.
Absolutely. So, Akamai powers and protects businesses online. And we're helping organizations deliver really fast, intelligent AI and digital experiences at a global scale. So, in 2026, AI is fundamentally resetting user expectations. And so, once those people have different experiences and they are getting responses instantly and they're wanting real time information, that raises the bar. And so Akamai in 2026 is here to kind of help organizations meet and exceed that bar.
Excellent. Thank you. Now it's time for you to grab your crystal ball and share your predictions with us.
So my first prediction is that the experience quality is going to be directly tied to infrastructure decisions. So what I mean by that is speed and responsiveness, like they're not just performance metrics anymore. They're defining what good feels like from a product point of view. Customers want to have a great experience. And so, in 2026, we're going to have to be making infrastructure decisions that make that experience feel great. My second prediction is that where AI inference runs is going to become a primary design choice. So we're moving from a world where compute lives in a few regions or one centralized data center. And what we're doing is we're making the execution distributed and much closer to the users and data. And we're doing that by default. So that's going to be really important in 2026 because, again, customers' experiences and their expectations are only increasing. And my third prediction, and I think this one is really interesting, is that we're seeing Kubernetes achieve product market fit through AI. So we've seen this supported by the recent CNCF annual survey that came out. Kubernetes is where AI is running, and AI inference is becoming its defining workload. So we're settling into this role for Kubernetes as the kind of standard portable runtime for serving models anywhere. We need that distribution.
Thanks for sharing these predictions. Can you also talk about what are some of the biggest challenges or bottlenecks organizations will face when, as you also rightly mentioned, that I talked to Hillary Carter from the Foundation also that most of the workloads are running on Kubernetes now. Challenges are going to be there. So, what are some of those challenges or bottlenecks you see organizations will face this year?
Absolutely. So I have kind of three big challenges that organizations are going to hit. So the first one is that centralized architectures, they're going to struggle to support this real-time AI interactions, and they're going to struggle to do that at scale. So we're going to see what we saw with the worldwide web weight, distance and round trips are going to show up immediately in that customer experience. So organizations are going to have to overcome that by looking at distribution. The second challenge is like operational. So AI kind of collapses the entire day two stack into one problem. So we have security, we have observability, we have different pipelines, different GPUs. All of these things come together, and teams are going to have to solve that in one place. They can't just address each issue singularly. And then finally, a big challenge for organization is around traffic patterns. So agentic systems are creating continuous interaction loops, and they're machine driven. And so the traditional model of request response architectures or what people are waiting to do, will wait for. It's not going to work in this new agentic system.
First of all, thank you for sharing this prediction. Now, what are some of the biggest opportunities that you see will arise this year?
Absolutely. So big opportunities. So I think there's three big opportunities that I see. So the big first one is unlocking distributed cloud. So this is going to become the default application architecture. So when you're running AI workloads, you're running inference closer to the users, you're going to improve responsiveness, resiliency, all at the same time. And you're going to make the experience great for your customer. And your customer could be an external customer, it could be an internal person in your organization, but they need that quick real-time experience, and the distributed cloud is going to do that for them. So the next kind of opportunity I see does also relate to personalization, and it's all of this is enabling that real-time personalization. We see it in retail, in travel. Decisions are happening in the moment, they're not happening after the fact, and so that distributed cloud allows this real-time personalization. And whether you are developing an AI application and selling it onto a vendor, or you're building it in-house, like, you're going to need to consider that. And then at the platform layer, there's this huge opportunity in making Kubernetes effectively invisible. So it's an opinionated platform that removes the operational burden. And so your teams can just be deploying AI anywhere. And so for those organizations, there's huge opportunities with what has happened in the cloud native community, what IDPs are available, and kind of that golden path that you'll need to support this.
What actionable advice you have for enterprise leaders? What should they start doing now to be ready?
So I think the main shift is around kind of building for, or planning for what you're building next. So you're starting to design systems. You need to assume the distribution at the start. Don't think about it after the fact. Think about, do I need a distributed cloud? How close to my users do I need to be? What sort of experience do they want? And do that at the very beginning of whatever new application you're building, new AI inference workload, all of that. You also need to identify which AI workloads are latency sensitive, because not all of them will be. So identify that early and move that AI workload that needs real-time experiences close to the user. And then, of course, as a CNCF ambassador, I'm going to standardize on Kubernetes. Make sure that that's the platform that you're using. Look at it to help you remove lots of complexity. It's complex in itself, but because of all the different ways that the whole ecosystem and cloud native ecosystem is evolving, like, there's huge opportunities there. So look at it, use it, look at the different agents that are helping you use Kubernetes more effectively.
And before we wrap this up, what is going to be yours as well as Akamai's focus and priorities this year?
We want to make AI inference workloads great. We want our customers' experiences to be amazing. And to do that, we have a Kubernetes platform, a managed Kubernetes engine, LKE. We're using that. We're backing it by our GPUs. We have our distributed edge. We're combining that all, making the developer experience great, so you can be running any AI models or workloads wherever your users are without any of the drag that you might face.
Danielle, thank you so much for taking time out today and share these predictions with us. And as usual, I look forward to chat with you again. Thank you.
Thank you.